Awesome. So good. New Monarchy. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Oh, of course. Of course. The time has come. It's been a long day. You guys have been so patient, and we're finally here, and I can say it was worth the wait. I hope you guys are having fun, because we're really enjoying this.
Oh, yeah.
I think we fully agree.
Absolutely, man.
Amazing. Amazing. We'll get to Pat in a second, but before we go any further, I want to talk to you guys about something I found interesting from the bio you submitted. So let's get to know each other a bit. You wrote, New Monarchy is an alternative rock band that named themselves after growing up in a constantly changing environment, which influenced your worldviews. Talk to me about that. That's a powerful statement.
Yeah, I mean, Patrick and I first started this band, I guess, like officially in 2021. But before that, we were always close friends because we're neighbors. So I guess not by choice. Sometimes. So we've always been making music, and I think like growing up in the early 2000s into like late or mid, early, whatever, 2010s when we started to gain consciousness a little bit. There's like a lot of stuff that's going on, and we have a bunch of deep talks, and ended up just kind of saying, you know what, New Monarchy, something along those lines, I think.
Cool. I was going to ask you where the name comes from.
Well,
so it's kind of like a subtle political statement? Is that
I guess,
or a reaction, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, it could have some political value in it.
Cultural reaction, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, there was this one video game that we used to play called Destiny. Big fans, and there was a faction in there, so political. Yeah, I get. And it was called New Monarchy, and so we took that and stole it.
Cool.
To be fair.
And Bungie stole my heart when they released Halo, but that's a different podcast for a different day. Pat, how you doing back there? Last band of the night, off to a great start. Couldn't ask for anything more.
More to finish off your sentence, but this has been a great evening, and New Monarchy, thank you for joining us here as a member of the showcase with Unsigned 518. This has been a great evening, and the multi-genre, each and every single set has been just mind-blowing and really taken us to a different place. One of the questions that I wanted to ask is about your presentation, right? Your music videos that you've put together specifically for Hostage. What's kind of the story and theme behind how you craft these things together as a band, and that particular song?
I mean, Hostage is pretty funny start to finish. So it started as a song kind of referencing like Stockholm Syndrome and stuff like that. And that's kind of like the vibe we were going for. And then we were like, well, we need to make a music video. And Hostage was our most recent single that had come out. It was a banger. We loved it. So we started like playing around like storyboarding and stuff like that. There was like a Stockholm Syndrome-esque storyline at the beginning, but then it like slowly transitioned to like robbery, and then that turned into bank robbery. So, I mean, even for the music video, we had a whole storyboard plan. We were going to film, and then the day of filming, it was 3 degrees outside, and all of the actors who had previously agreed to be part of this, no fault to them, backed out, which is totally cool. We gave ourselves a deadline for some reason. I don't know why. But we decided we're just going to keep moving forward. So we used stock video, which honestly, with the theme told in the stock video, it kind of like tells the story of like robbery and love. So it kind of ties in both the robbery aspect and the Stockholm Syndrome aspect in a way.
Stockholm Syndrome, stock footage?
Stock footage syndrome?
Might be a new genre. Like Nightcore or something. I don't actually know what that is, so if that's something bad,
don't look it up.
I just heard someone say it. Anyways, great question, Pat, and I kind of want to continue to talk about the themes that you guys present. So just a different theme is the sonic theme, right? And at times we have this very upbeat, this very bright sound, and then all of a sudden I feel like we just turn on a dime, and then we're in this heavy, deep, dark, aggressive section. Talk to me about the songwriting process and how you kind of marry those two worlds.
Yeah, like a lot of bands, we're all talented. I'll start by saying that. John's a fantastic drummer. Patrick composes the most amazing piano pieces I've ever heard in my life. Dan cannot function unless he's actively writing something. So a lot of the songs that have come out started as like huge projects and huge like orchestrations made by Dan, and then we come in and we tweak and we make it feel like a New Monarchy song, whatever that means. As far as like the twist into like heavier stuff, I will take a little bit of the blame. That started around the time I joined the band, and I have a predominantly metal background. I'm in two other bands that are nowhere near the genre of New Monarchy, but I mean, I'm like, hey, Dan, listen to this music. And then all of a sudden he's like, hey, I wrote this song. It's in A standard. And I'm like, that's not going to work. So put it in drop D and we'll take it from there.
Yeah, A standard's pretty low. That's like true chugging territory.
Yeah.
Makes my back hurt just thinking about it. No, but that's really cool. And where do the samples come in? What's the inspiration behind all this? The really cool sonic tapestry we're hearing, the sound effects, the additional synthesizers. I love it. And what's the creative impetus behind that?
Well, like what I was saying earlier, when Patrick and I first started writing together when we were like middle school, the first types of songs that we were writing were like all film scores. We really like the Jason Bourne movies. John Powell. Yeah, John Powell, I think, is the composer for like all those soundtracks. So having all those like weird background elements that are stereo hitting you at different rates and different times kind of always stuck with us. And it just kind of crawled into New Monarchy.
Yeah, there's a really cool moment in one of those last songs where you had like this dialogue. I forgot what song that was, but it was like very cinematic. Like this evil demonic voice was talking to us.
Yeah, Hostage, yeah.
Yeah, Hostage. That's right. I get that. That's cool. So big cinema fans, and as musicians, your ears are always hearing any music that's played. So you're really peeking up during those spy thrillers, and I kind of hear some of that feel in there. Very cool. Pat, as a movie fan, I'm sure you're and a spy fan nonetheless. Pat very proudly boasts that he recently rewatched all of the Mission Impossibles. Did you pick up on some of that tension, that spy thriller tension that's subtly infused into their music?
Yeah, I don't know if you're as popcorn flick as Mission Impossible, but
no, not at all.
Talented Mr. Ripley. There's a bunch of movies over the decades, and I can totally see like a little bit of psychological thriller, your music being a part of that. And I know you're talking about film and those scores kind of being a major influence on the band, but can you give us like other influences, from other bands out there, or just, maybe not even directly from music, like what powers the New Monarchy sound beyond film scores?
I mean, recently a lot of the newer songs, the whole vibe of the songs was to get people moving. We had started the process of writing our last EP and planning our first tour at the same time. So that kind of came into effect. We're like, let's build the perfect set list. So a lot of like pumped up bangers, but then we can't like leave the softer roots of New Monarchy behind. So we've got a couple of the softer songs. As I mentioned before, Patrick's a beautiful composer. So he got his own piece at the end of the EP and kind of just tied everything together. I feel like, especially from like a cinephile standpoint, there's like every song on the EP almost feels like a different sort of like thriller, whether it be like spy or military or like fiction, nonfiction, science fiction, everything. I feel like a New Monarchy song could be slipped in. I forget what the initial question was.
No, that's totally fine. I love where you went with that. And that's really cool because now, I mean, I've listened to the EP quite a bit, but I can certainly reapproach it with fresh ears under the guise of the inspirations that you just went into. So I don't want to take too much away from Andy, who I know has been doing a fantastic job back there. So I'm going to save the rest of the talking for him. But before we do that, Andy, the man who helped put all this together, we just want to let you know that we really appreciate working with you. Everyone should go support Unsigned 518. Absolutely incredible people over there. And it's just so great having Andy back in the studio on the crew side this time around. So without further ado, this has been the first Our Band Show Unsigned 518 Spotlight. Thank you all so much for taking your time to support these incredible bands that we were able to bring to you this evening. It was quite the endeavor, and we truly appreciate your listenership and patronage. So without further ado, please find all of these bands on their social media, listen to all of these bands on the streaming services, and maybe catch them at a show. You won't be disappointed. So, guys, can you do us the honor of taking us out for the final set of the evening?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Perfect. So, without further ado, let's hear Ghost by New Monarchy.